guys, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to the Cantina. Please feel free to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell so you know when I upload more content. And hit the like button. We do likes around here for the love of Star Wars. And we share for the love of Star Wars, okay? Today, Left Foot Media put out an interesting video. And I thought it was really good. It was a better take on what The Force Awakens could have been. And it basically sort of shoots down everything The Force Awakens is and was, the thing that we saw in the theater. And I'm going to leave a link to the video if you haven't seen it. Now, he's got some details wrong, and I call him out for it. Okay, don't get it wrong. Okay, I'm going to go full tilt teacher on you, and I will call you out. So, by the way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and watch his video too. And hey guys, welcome back to the Cantina. Please feel free to order a drink, pull a stool up to the bars, grab a chair, sit down at a table, have some lunch. This is sort of I'm gonna do a series of videos today, so you're all gonna get bombarded. Real quick, My Left Foot Media put a video about the creative bankruptcy of The Force Awakens. And I want to kind of answer some of the things, like the way he would have gone about how to do The Force Awakens in the correct way. First off, he got the wrong thing. Han and Leia were never divorced. Han just didn't go back home. So there you go on that one. Second of all, they do need children. I understand the sadness and the thing there, but I'm going to tell you a little story, and I want you guys to listen really close. Before the TLJ came out, like months before, a friend of mine, who shall remain nameless, hit me up and said, basically, the spoilers for TLJ are Kylo Ren, Millennial Super Douche, was actually not Han and Leia's son. Rey is their daughter. And this is how it happened. Han and Leia was afraid she could never carry a child to full term. And they were very upset. Han and Leia were both upset, you know, as they would be. Luke finds this child, this little baby, this brand newborn boy, and buys him off a bad guy. And apparently, the bad guy we thought was going to be DJ, which would have been an interesting twist. So, connection to Kylo Ren. And he goes and sells the baby to Luke. Luke gets airtime to give Leia the baby after her last miscarriage. The baby would have been probably named Ben Solo. I'm going to put you back to when Kylo Ren says to Han, "Your son is dead. I destroyed him. I killed him." Whatever he said. All right. There was a clue right there, I think. Because I honestly think this is what JJ actually intended. Anyway, so 10 years after they get this kid, Leia gets pregnant. And Han had apparently already gone or something, but he's not there when she discovers she's pregnant, has the baby, and hides the baby with Luke at the Jedi Academy. Part of the reason, and I'm going to surmise this because my friend and I never got deep into this at all about why she never would tell Han, because he would have come home if he'd have known he had a kid. But he was being protected. I think that she probably thought she was protecting him from whatever was going on, because you could surmise that Kylo Ren was already showing a lot of hate towards Dad. Okay? You know, Daddy doesn't pay any attention to me. You know, all that shit. That angsty pieces of shit teenage whiny bitches, you know, do. And millennial bitches do too. So anyway, we got that going on. And he knows that she's the kid. She was always, I mean, he even accuses Luke in the novel TLJ that Rey was always his favorite. Why? You know? Why? I can't imagine. And see, to me, this "I don't know who she is" thing with Luke is bullshit. It's almost like he was testing her. It was pulling a Yoda when you first meet Yoda on Dagobah through the entire fucking movie until the very end. Okay, so anyway, and of course Rey does the whole mistake of running to, try to redeem what's irredeemable, which is Kylo Ren, and we all know what happened there. So anyway, what you have here is Rey actually being a Skywalker Solo. Kylo Ren not. Now, who is Kylo Ren? Well, we started talking about it, and I surmised that he was probably Palpatine's little invention. That Palpatine, or Plagueis's, because we all thought that Snoke was going to be Plagueis. All right, we all thought that was going to actually be who Darth Plagueis was, and Rian Johnson proceeds to kill him off like a bitch, which sucked because we all were looking forward to Snoke being a total badass. Well, guess what? All right. So anyway, that's what we were told, and it would have worked. I do like My Left Foot's talking about how they could have taken away, they could have done something else with Kylo Ren instead of making him Han and Leia's son. That kind of precludes the icky, gross feeling that most of us have when we think about him being their son. Make him this sort of charismatic, political person, kind of like a Palpatine was, okay? Leia understands what's going on here, and she's really seeing what's happening. And, but what do we do about Rey? Well, let's talk about Han and Leia. First off, My Left Foot says they shouldn't have had kids. That would have been a real sad part of their lives. And now my husband and I don't have children. We also don't dwell on it. It's one of those things that, I accepted that part of my life a long time ago. Okay, when I found out that there was no way unless God, decided to bestow on me some sort of blessing, like a la, Mary or Elizabeth, it ain't gonna happen, all right? And trust me, I ain't a saint, okay? So there you go. It can bother some people, but in order to make it the Skywalker saga, there have to be children of Skywalker somewhere. And Han and Leia should have kids. Maybe 2 boys, maybe a boy and a girl. Maybe one of them is Force sensitive, the other was not. But children. And, you could go into Jakku. You could find, Obi-Wan, I like that idea of Obi-Wan telling Luke there's a Force sensitive kid on Jakku, you gotta go get her. And Jakku also happens to be a place where Leia has a friend who's got information about the First Order. Well, we'll call it that for the time being. This new politician's party and what he's really up to, and she needs that. And that would be Lor San Tekka, and you could have her send Poe Dameron. They both get killed. Both Lor Dameron get killed. Leia sends the Han and Leia's son, and that's how Rey is found, and and Luke sort of runs into it halfway. And they bring this rough around the edges, jaded girl, I'd say younger than Daisy Ridley, back home. And Luke proceeds to have to figure out what to do with her because she has very powerful Force potential there to do. And I think you could actually do it, and it would have been a really good story. Have Luke fail against Kylo Ren, and he's training this girl with his niece or his niece. I'll say, we'll have 2 Jedi females, so the SJW, third wave feminists, don't lose their shit. And Han and Leia are busy skulking around, building up a force to fight what they know is coming, which is a coup of the New Republic. And that actually would have worked. It would take some time. It would have been massively more creative than stealing from A New Hope. If you had to kill off Han, do it a little more. Give him a better send-off, all right, than being butchered like a dog on a catwalk by his piece of shit son. You know, by his ugly, weirdo, pickle-nosed son. Okay? That's what I would have done. And give him a send-off then that was befitting who he is, who he was, and his fame, instead of tearing the character apart like JJ did. You know, this video is going to lead to the next video, and I'm going to put them up like one after the other. And I want you guys to watch both of them, because I'm going to tell you exactly what happened and why we got The Force Awakens. It's a fear. It was out of fear and cynicism. That's why we got The Force Awakens. It's unremarkable, mediocre, downright terrible movie. And why we also got The Last Jedi, which is another mediocre, downright terrible movie. So this is Steph. Stay tuned to part 2, partners. See you around the galaxy, see you around the cantina. And remember, tip the Wookiee bartenders 20%. Don't start any fights in the cantina because, oh, the cleanup is horrible and the Wookiees can't be controlled. And I'll see you around, you scoundrels. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to subscribe if you haven't. Smash that bell so you know when I upload more content. Hit that like button. Smash the hell out of that like button and subscribe. And please feel free to share around. If you love Star Wars, the next video is sort of a calling out of prequel haters and how we got kind of to where we got with Star Wars. Because they're as much to blame as anybody else, if not more so. So get ready for that.